What's up, everyone? Pags here at MEI Studio. We're taking a look at a mic that we've looked at before, but with a new twist. We're going to look at the new MD421 Kompakt mic from Sennheiser, this time on the Mic Locker. Last time we looked at the 421, we went over the history of Sennheiser and the precursors to the MD421 Mark II, which was and still is a current production model. We spoke about the ferociousness of the clip that Sennheiser chose to use for the microphone for the past 60 years, the MZA. That thing is like the definition of a successful failure. The mic, through all of its iterations, has been a stage and studio staple since its inception. One of the most popular versions was the U4 and U5, which was made up until the introduction of the current model, the Mark II, in 2002. The U versions are my personal favorite for a couple of reasons. First, they're not that old and still have held up pretty well, and they're still available on the secondary market for a reasonable price. The earlier versions, the 2, the N, and the HN, were prone to cracking and other problems, and prices have consistently crept up over the years. Sound-wise, though, I prefer the U over the previous models and the current model as well, but that's just my preference. There are plenty of people out there that find the current model quite pleasing. Since this mic is known as one of the best tom mics ever made, they were prone to stick hits from drummers with, let's just say, poor technique. The grill area could sometimes shatter upon impact, or if it didn't just explode, the grill would deform and the paint on the mesh would crumble off, making the mic look kind of a mess. The front of the capsule features a humbucking coil, which could also break off and cause the coil of incredibly long wire to unravel or interfere with the capsule, rendering the mic almost useless. In addition to the horrible mounting hardware the mic sported, its large form factor made the mic kind of difficult to place on toms and in other tight spots. Fast forward 22 years and Sennheiser has unveiled their latest iteration of the 421, the 421 Kompakt. The mic features a small form factor. The bass roll-off switch was removed, similar to the 521 Blackfire version and the older 421-2. The grill was upgraded with a more solid stainless steel material to help deal with the accidental stick strike or drop. And speaking of an accidental drop, the chances of that have now been drastically reduced thanks to Sennheiser getting rid of the ridiculous clip that all the previous versions had. About time. The mic is sold with an optional drum mount to make positioning on toms even easier. Thanks to its smaller size, the wired end of the mic doesn't stick out almost a foot from the source, which is great for drums and for guitar and bass cabinets, especially in live situations. Internally, the mic features a bass tube that attempts to keep the frequency response in line with the full-size version. The only difference spec-wise is the impedance of the mic at 250 ohms, where the full-size version sits at 200 ohms. Let's see how this mic stacks up with the 421 U4 and the 421 Mark II. For our tests, we're going to keep the 5-way switches on the older mics on the M position, which is where the new Kompakt version is permanently set. There are some claims that the mic has a tone closer to that of the older U4 model. From the spec sheet, I'm going to say that's not quite correct, as the frequency response and the polar patterns are identical between the Mark II and the new Kompakt, and our pink test was anything but the same. Let's take the mic into the studio and check it out on some electric guitar, bass, and some drums. Before we do that, let's take a listen to it on voice first. Let's go. Okay, let's do a quick vocal test here using the new Sennheiser MD421 Kompakt. This is the Sennheiser 421 Kompakt, 6 inches from my mouth. This is the 421 Kompakt, 90 degrees off axis. The 421 Kompakt, 180 degrees off axis. And back around to the front. The housing is made out of plastic. It is a very hard plastic. The grill also is very tense, very hard. I don't see this being damaged too easily, but it doesn't feel that much different than the original Sennheisers or the new Mark II. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pizzas. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pizzas. Simple Simon said something stupid. Simple Simon said something stupid. This is what the Sennheiser 421 Kompakt sounds like when you get really close to it. Okay, it was asked that I do a measurement of the new microphone, so we're looking at just under 5 inches, or exactly 12 centimeters for the length on the microphone. Here's a size comparison between the Mark II and the new 421 Kompakt. Some other tests I've seen of this mic make it out that this mic was about the same as the current production Mark II. I'm not hearing that, but probably because I'm not doing any post-processing on the mics at all in any of the tests that I did. The original U4 has a full clean mid and upper mid-range. The Mark II has a bit of a scooped upper mid-range, which is cool for most applications, especially electric guitar. The new 421 Kompakt has a deeper cut around 5K and a bit of a resonance bump after that cut, which is very different sounding to me. In practice, the Kompakt sounds darker than the other mics, and I think that 5K dip is what's causing that. And don't get me wrong, I love dark mics on just about everything. Does this make this mic bad? No, absolutely not. But the tonal differences certainly speak against the claim that this mic is sonically the same as the Mark II. It's clearly not the same sound, and I actually don't think that's a bad thing at all, since I kind of feel the Mark II is a little overly bright for most applications. One issue I had with the mic while setting it up in the studio with the new clip, while I love that they got rid of the old armature style clip thing, the new one needs a little bit of work. The 5/8 threading is very shallow. I could only spin the mic maybe 3 times onto the stand before the threading bottomed out. I'm going to demonstrate real quick what I mean by the threading kind of bottoming out early on this. So this is the new clip. You can see in here the 5/8 threading, and inside is the 3/8 threading. I have here a 3/8 5/8 adapter, which I'm going to put in here just to show how far it goes in. So get this in here. I'm going to do a full turn, and then that's it. About a turn and 3/4 I get, and this is no longer going in. That's as far as it goes in. So really, like, not much holding this on. I have some stand attachments that have 3/8 threading, and it wouldn't reach the recessed 3/8 threading inside the clip of the mic. It doesn't instill confidence that more than half of my threading on any of my stands isn't making contact with the clip. I mean, is it going to fall off? Probably not, but it's definitely not a good look, and if it's knocked over or hit, I could see that being a point of failure where the threads will just strip out. The size is great for toms. I was able to put the mic up in seconds and ready to go with minimal effort. I do like that the mic doesn't stick out as far, and for live sound, this would be a definite contender alongside the fact that the mic is making that 5K dip that I would probably make anyway to get rid of the bees in a bottle sound on distorted guitar. Could you see yourself using this mic in any situation in the studio or live? Let me know down below if you think this is a step in the right direction for Sennheiser or not. And also, let me know why you think that. This mic certainly isn't going to be dethroning the king of guitar mics for me, the Royer 121, by any chance, but we may have found some things that come close, which we're going to look at in the next couple of videos because we're going to go back to the magical land of ribbon mics. As always, if you've gotten anything from this video, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing. It would really help us out tremendously in getting this channel to the next level, and please spread the word and share these videos. I really appreciate all the love and support many of you have shown over the past couple years that I've been doing this now. I can't thank you enough. Seriously. The last couple months there have been a number of folks that have reached out to me via the website and have given me some great ideas and suggestions for future videos, and they've shared a bunch of their own setups and things and great questions and great conversations with a bunch of great people. I really love hearing from you guys. Keep it coming. Well, that's going to do it for this time. This is Pags, signing off.